Hi, it's Alex from laughingplace.com here today with a video review of The Magic of Disney's Animal Kingdom coming to Disney Plus on Friday, September 25th. It's a brand new series from National Geographic that explores everything that happens backstage at Disney's Animal Kingdom. So it's actually kind of a rare glimpse into backstage areas that guests don't typically get to see. When you visit Disney's Animal Kingdom, you can go on the Wildlife Express train to take a trip over to Rafiki's Planet Watch. Along the way, you get to see some of the places where the animals are go to live when they're not on the safari, and you also get to see some of the animal caretakers potentially doing checkups on the animals through one of the observation window. But this is much more expansive access than we've ever been given before as Disney fans. Even if you were to do one of the upcharge experiences like the Wild Africa Trek or the elephant encounter, you're not going to see what you get to see through this new series. So it is rolling out week by week, so we're just going to get episode 1 on September 25th. And as far as I'm aware, there are 8 episodes in the can of the series. So this is really great for Disney Parks fans. If you're like me, whether you were going to go this year or not, you kind of constantly miss the parks. I usually start to miss them before I even leave from a Disney World vacation. And so this is really great to get to see the park. It is more focused on the animals than anything else, but in one of the episodes that I got to screen, Joe Rohde actually made an appearance. They were installing a tree that is a light that can shed some light on the elephant area of the savannah, because the elephants are usually hard to see at night if you're doing a nighttime safari. So that was interesting to see the Imagineers going pretty much all out to disguise this light as a tree, installing it, making sure that it can stand up to hurricane force winds. But really what the core of the show are the animals and their caretakers. So you really get to meet them kind of up close and personal. So far, my favorite thing that I've seen was a silverback gorilla named Gino, who's one of the older silverback gorillas at the park. And he has a family. I think they said he has 3 kids, but it was his 49th birthday. And they were making him a gorilla-friendly cake. So it was full of fruits and things that he loves. And it was so funny to kind of see him find this giant fruit cake made of things that are safe for silverback gorillas to eat and start eating it, and then his family show up and all want a piece. And so just the whole kind of nature of the animals and how everything works between them and their caretakers was really interesting. It's also not limited just to Disney's Animal Kingdom. My favorite theme park is Epcot, and they do go to Epcot to take a look at the people who take care of the marine animals at the Seas with Nemo and Friends. So in one of the episodes, we get to meet a pregnant stingray and get to meet her new pup, as they call a baby stingray, and also everything that goes into making sure that that little guy is going to have a long and healthy life. They always say Animal Kingdom is not a zoo. This really lets you get to see the zoo aspect of it. In many ways, the show reminds me of a couple of other National Geographic series, and if you're a big Disney fan but haven't started exploring everything that Nat Geo has to offer, you might not be too familiar with them yet, but I would definitely recommend checking them out if you fall in love with the magic of Disney's Animal Kingdom. In particular, Secrets of the Zoo. There's been a couple spin-offs as well. So the main Secrets of the Zoo takes place in Columbus, Ohio. There's been one for Miami, another one for Australia. The Australia one, I think, is just about to come to Disney Plus. So pretty much all of those are streaming now on Disney Plus. Definitely go check those out if you fall in love with the magic of Disney's Animal Kingdom. And you also get to see kind of the conservation efforts that go along with it. Any visit to Disney's Animal Kingdom, at some point you're going to hear about the Disney Wildlife Conservation Fund, whether it's while purchasing something at a gift shop and asking if you want to make a small donation to get one of the buttons, or riding Kilimanjaro Safari and having your safari guide tell you about the amazing work that Disney does with the funds that they raise through that. But you actually get to see some of that come to fruition in the episodes. A good example of that is a Babirusa pig who is introduced into the program really for the purpose of mating. And that's a big part of this show. It is the nature of the circle of life. So in another episode, they show 2 elephants that they're trying to kind of get together in a opening credits of The Parent Trap, the original one style. And so you get to see kind of the girl elephant doing what she can do to try and get that male elephant's attention. It is the animal kingdom, so that does come into play. nothing in a way that any parent should object to. It's all, facts of life. And that's what National Geographic covers, is, the realities of the world that we live. But that was really cool to see, because that's something that they really don't talk about when you go on Kilimanjaro Safari. You might get facts about like an animal's gestation period, or how much that baby might weigh, or what parts of the animal's body they use to pick things up that might be different from what humans with hands and fingers would use. But you don't usually get this level of the realities of nature and what it takes for these human caretakers to make sure that they get everything they need. It's also kind of a story about animals being rescued and rehabilitated. Animal Kingdom is home to a lot of exotic animals, but one of the more touching stories that I saw in the screeners was a story of a chicken named Popcorn, who was a rescue from local Central Florida. They don't know much about her, but they think she was somebody's pet. And when they brought her in, she was very friendly to the people, but she didn't understand how to be a chicken with other chickens at the affection section at Rafiki's Planet Watch. She also was in really bad shape. She had lots of feathers missing. You could see kind of the bony parts of the end of her wings. And so it took a little while to get her kind of rehabilitated. And then while she was in their care, she started to have other health issues. So they go into that as well. So again, it's really the best of both worlds. It's National Geographic and pretty much everything you expect from them, not watered down just because it has the Disney name attached. And then it's Disney's Animal Kingdom, the theme park that we all love so much to visit and wish we could go back to at any time we want. The magic of Disney's Animal Kingdom on Disney Plus kind of gives us a window into what goes on behind the scenes at the park, which is really great. Everything that I saw seems to have been filmed before the pandemic started, so you're not going to see any of that, but I hope this series goes on longer, because at one point I think it would be cool to see what things were like for the animal caretakers when the park was empty, when they didn't have safaris running through the savannah, and they could just kind of use that space in its entirety for the animals. You should check this out on Friday, September 25th. I think you're going to love it, especially this is like a great follow-up to the Imagineering story. Obviously, the Imagineering story is all about building Disney theme parks. Magic of Disney's Animal Kingdom is all about maintaining this one very special park that's not a zoo, but is still kind of a zoo. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye.